Hi, I'm James and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be playing a game of Shroud as a Silent Mist versus Habsburg 6. And if you like these videos and want to see more, then remember to like and subscribe to the channel. So Mountain is the starting explorer. So we could maybe defend in land 4 with Unnerving Pole and sort of damage everything with Dissolving Vapors. That's always a classic opening, or you know, do a similar thing with dealing some damage with the Fog Closes in. I'm not sure. I think I want to just go for a minor power card to open up our options. And we have this nice defend 5, so I think I will take it. We could also do Bird's Cry Warning in land 6, which I actually might prefer. It's got air on it and it means the Dahan will both survive, but the Blight will be added, so we'll actually get to kill both the towns after this Ravage in land 6. So yeah, I think I'll pick that one. And then I'm going to add this present into land 4. And how do we want to do this? So I think I could do Dissolving Vapors and then make invaders not participate in the Ravage next turn with Unnerving Pole. It just means we're going to be needing more energy if we also want to play Bird's Cry Warning, which is fine. We could gain another power card with G3 and get an energy that way. So yeah, we'll try that. So I'm going to gather out of land 7 so we can also gather out of land 8. Just in case wetlands or sands were going to come up, we wouldn't want them to be building 2 towns. And with Dissolving Vapors, I think I will just gather this presence in here as well. So we get a fear from these damaged invaders, and now we're going to try and get some more energy with a new miner. So Twilight Fog is definitely the best one. It's perfect element and it's cheap. You know, we don't really make much energy with this spirit, so we definitely need to get some cheap 0 cost cards where we can. And now I have to add into mountain or wetland, so I'll put another presence on this other side of the board. So our turn is already predetermined. It's going to be Bird's Cry Warning and Unnerving Pole. Yeah, and we have no choice. So we can move some presents. Let's move into land 5 and then protect 2 Dahan. And then with Unnerving Pole we will... Should we move into land 2? I think I will. And we're going to remove damaged invaders from the Ravage. Right, so we're adding another city in land 2. This is shaping up to be a Habsburg loss condition at the rate things are going. Which is something to bear in mind, but we do get to do some damage by pushing out of one of these lands. So loads of interesting options. One, we could, you know, just push into land 2, damage the city, and then kind of milk it for fear and potentially energy using our special rule for the rest of the game. We could push into land 5 and kill this explorer so that they don't build. Or we could push into land 4 and kill off both of these towns here, which I think might be the best option, to be honest. It means we will miss out on a fear in time passes, as there won't be any lands with damaged invaders, but I have a feeling, yeah, otherwise they're both going to, actually they're both going to gather out of here anyway, so we may as well push in here and kill them, which is quite efficient. Okay, so we get to isolate somewhere. These towns in land 6 are dying. I think if we isolate land 5, they won't be able to explore in land 8 or land 7. Well, land 7 is actually not an option anyway, but land 8 or land 6 won't be an option to explore in. Okay, so sands. So yeah, that's actually worked out. And now we just need to escalate, so I'll go into land 3 as well just to keep... Oh yeah, we have to add 2. So land 3 and land 7 it is, just to avoid adding back into the sands. Now, so we've got this Ravage in land 2, which is set to do 11 damage, which is far too much. I mean, we could potentially stop it being a lost condition. No, we can't. We have no defensive tools left at our disposal. I feel like we need to add a good amount of presence. I feel like we need to do G2 because we've not done it in a bit, but we're not necessarily mandated to do anything. Let's just see. So this town from land 7 will gather into land 8, and then something similar will happen in land 1. I mean, we can probably just let both of those blight. It's not that much of a big deal. So we could go up to this moon element. Play. Yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting potential here. Maybe I just gain a power card and then next turn add 2 presents. So, because yeah, I kind of want to know what our game plan is. So I'll get another power card now. Yeah, it's just so hard to kill any of these towns with our like 1 points of damage if they're not in blighted lands at the moment. So yeah, I think Sky Stretchers to Shore, that could be interesting. We can use a slow power fast. So I think if we use it to Strife a city, that's still not going to be quite enough to stop the loss condition, which is sad. But okay. And then I will add presence into land 6. And let's move presence into land 1. We could Strife the town in land 5, but they're still going to do damage because of the adjacent towns. And in terms of setting something up in the slow phase, I mean, maybe if we did Twilight Fog Brings Madness, we could Strife one of the towns in land 1, but we're never going to kill the other one, so I don't really see the point of playing any of these cards if they're not going to get us anywhere. These are where all of our cards are, our good cards are, which is in our discard pile, unfortunately. Maybe next turn, if I play 3 of them, I can get the second tier of the Suffocating Shroud. Could be, maybe we just do... Yeah, if we get a bit of damage, we could milk some fear. But okay, I'll play no cards. I don't think there's any point doing anything at the moment. So we've got this air event, which could be interesting. If we change and help, we'll start getting defense from the Harnem Ravages, but it's going to be so expensive. We'd have to probably discard our whole hand and then forget a card as well. So we'll just ignore interest for now. Okay, so our Dahan actually lives here because it's not participating in the Ravage, and we get this really nice Blight card, which isn't typically a good thing versus Habsburg, just because we need to have lots of Blight on the board, so having only 2 could be an issue. And I don't know how it works. If we had gotten a card without fire here, would this have also given us an energy? I'm not sure. Now, what is going to be the best one? We're going to get to use it immediately, which is nice. So Gold's Allure could bring the town out of land 8 into land 4. So I think we'll have to go with that, despite Fort is Lost having slightly better elements. But yeah, neither of these are too good. Generally, you want to see some 1-cost cards, since they're basically free to play every turn. So, but yeah, we were only offered a 0 costs. So let us move. Oh yeah, we can gather presents first. Okay, let's move into land 2, and we're going to gather this town out of land 8. Okay. So now we're going to grow 2 presents from bottom track, and I'm going to try and set up a strong footing in land 2 in case we need to use Unnerving Pole there soon in the future. And we're going to play Flowing and Silent Forms dart by, Twilight Fog brings madness, and the fog closes in, I think. Yeah, I don't know if we would need to do anything fast. I don't think we can make an impact in the fast phase. I guess Gold's Allure could be sped up as well, but yeah, I don't think we need that. What we actually need is these Dahan not to die, ideally. So, Lost in the Swirling Haze. But it means we'd have to give up. I mean, we could give up Flowing Forms dart by, just to, you know, save these Dahan in land 1. But the presence will die otherwise. So I'm gonna keep it like this. If we get coordinated defense in land 1, that would be ideal. I'm gonna bring more presence towards the center of the board. Okay, so Vision's out of time. We can either lose an energy and change one of our power cards to get a new one, or we can have additional Ravagers featuring next turn, and it's going to be in land 2. I mean, I think if we do enough damage here, we're going to be kind of having to defend it anyway, so I don't see why we can't heed off problems at this stage. Right, and we've got a damage in land 7. If there's an opportunity to move presence into this land, then we should, just to cash in on this damaged invader. And one Dahan actually managed to live to fight back, which is pretty nice. So let's gather... No. I want to gather the Strife town into... How much blight do we have? So we're going to add 1 town from the escalation. So I will gather out of land 3. I want to bring the Strife town into land 5. Okay. So wave of immigration, and it is the coastal thing coming up as well. So I'm going to add a town into land 6. Right. So we just need to look after these coastal lands and land 5. So what are the options? Can definitely use Gold's Allure again. We can bring everything out of land 5 so that won't ravage, and add some more Strife. Then, okay, what do we have? We have... Okay. I think we need to start spreading our presence out for the fog closes in and suffocating Shroud purposes. To be honest, we could keep that Strife town there. I know I keep doing this, but I just need to get the Explorer out, and then we can actually remove the town from land 1 instead. Okay, so we have presence in almost every adjacent land. So if we do the fog closes in and gather presence into land 3, now we can do 4 damage, so damage both cities and 2 towns. And then suffocating Shroud is going to do a similar thing. We can remove maximum 3 invaders from the Ravage with Unnerving Pole, so that could be the 2 cities and that town. Which means we would have to do 1 damage there, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's still 1 Explorer left over, which we could Strife it, which is a bit of an interesting move. And I think we might have to, which is a shame, but okay. And we'll leave all of our presence where it is, I think. Or I'll bring some more towards the centre. So we Strife this Explorer, and now we've got free reign on what we want to do with Lost in the Swirling Haze. Don't think it matters too much. I could move these Dahan onto the coast, and we'll try and defend in that Ravage. Oh wait, this we've actually got the second tier, so we can push 2 explorers with it as well. In that case, we'll still move into land 6, but I think I want to push both of the explorers out of land 1 to stop that build, and we get a fear. Right, so we didn't move into land 7. Did we have a chance to? I don't think we were ever targeting any of the adjacent lands to land 7, so that's okay. Now we're going to reclaim, and we'll go with another minor power as we don't have much energy. So Jungle Ravage is taken care of. We need to think about the coast. We've got a nice Blight healing card, which I think we should do. We need to get more Blight back onto this card before the event makes us add some Blight where we don't want to. Quicken the Struggles was very interesting though, to kind of whittle down all the buildings even more. But yeah, we're going to do some Blight healing this turn. And we're obviously doing Unnerving Pole as well. Question is, what should we do next turn? So we can get up to the Reclaim 1 if we add 2 presents and sort of repeat Unnerving Pole and land 2, which will be good. And then maybe Twilight Fog brings Madness, could add some Strife into land 3 to bring the damage down on that Ravage, just so we don't have to face a loss condition. Yeah, it's going to be between this and the Fog Closes In, but I think I'll use the Fog Closes In next turn. So I'm going to heal the Blight from land 1. And then use Unnerving Pole in land 2. And remove invaders from Ravage. Okay. Oh, they're ravaging twice, so this Strifed Explorer is actually going to lose its Strife. I've just realised. This is quite tricky. And we've also got this this event which messes with the health of the invaders, which is quite interesting for Shroud, because if we get minus health, the town will immediately die. I don't think we can afford to be very destructive though, so I'm going to discard Bird's Cry Warning just to pay for this. So we can add a beast. I'll put it into land 6 because there's quite a lot going on there. Right. So we can push some stuff from perilous lands. If we push another town into land 5, that won't actually do very much. I'm going to just push this explorer off the coast. But yeah, I think we're going to end up... Oh, there's going to be no adjacent town in land 2. So this explorer won't be able to do extra damage on its own, which is... we should be very grateful for. Right, and now we have to gather some towns, so I'll gather the Strife town into land 1. And Wetlands Explorers next. Okay. So this is where they're going to start going a bit crazy with the building. They're going to build 2 towns in land 7, and then that could be our final loss condition. So we should do our best to stop all of this. I wanna bring stuff out of land 3 as well, just because then we can completely, you know, take care of that Ravage. Right, we're gonna Strife the city now as well, and I guess we'll just push the Dahan too. And we've got 1 damage with Suffocating Shroud, and then we can move a Dahan with Lost in the Swirling Haze. I think we're going to go into land 7, do our damage here so we can get some fear, and then we get to push a Dahan. So I don't think this really means that much. I'll just come like this and put the Dahan together. So 2 fear, and now we're going back for the Reclaim 1, so add some presents maybe in these lands, and then we reclaim Unnerving Pole. And we're going to play I guess all of these cards. Do we want to play Sky Stretchers to Shore? It would actually get us a higher level of Suffocating Shroud, which could be interesting. So we're going to do 2 single points of damage. Yeah, I mean, we've got this town now, which I'm thinking we're going to use... Okay, what we'll do is Gold's Allure and then use this fast to... Sorry, I'm going to move a different presence. I'm just trying to get presence in every land so we can always capitalize off damaged invaders and take all those non-damaged invaders out of land 2, and then the rest we will remove from the Ravage using Unnerving Pole. And then this Flowing and Silent Form start by... I guess I'll use in land 1 just in case anything happens there. Okay. Ethereal Conjunction, so destroy a presence and lose an energy, or choose a non-major power in our hand, put it into play without paying its cost, and then forget it. So that's quite tempting to do with Dissolving Vapors, because it's quite powerful but a bit expensive for us to be playing all the time. So yeah, let's seek to control it. And where do we want to use this lovely card? We could use it in land 4 or land 6 maybe. There's lots of explorers that we could kill off. I like the idea of using it in land 4. I think it's going to have the most impact there. And I'll move presence into land 8 so we're all over the board now. Okay, so that was quite fun. And we get to heal another Blight, which I'm definitely a fan of, so I'll take it out of land 6. Remove 3 health from a land with disease or an explorer from an inland land. So we're going to take out land 7. And then I think we're probably going to add the 2 Strife in land 7 as well. This is probably our most fragile land right now. So we're going to skip that, and then these Ravages will be solved by all of the Strife. And now we have to gather into wetlands. So let's gather these. I want to keep some invaders in land 4 just to get the fear. Okay, and mountains explores. So we've got 2 damage dealing powers, but they're both not going to be effective in land 7 as you do damage based on adjacent presence. But it's our best bet. I think we can actually kill one of the towns like this, which is not great. Because I mean, Suffocating Shroud, we could actually just kill off both of the cities in land 2, which might be best. So I think what I'll do is I will kill these. So we do 1 damage to everything, and then 1 more damage. So they're gone. We'll use the Fog Closers in here just to damage both of these non-Strife towns, and then we can take them out of the Ravage with Unnerving Pole. And then there's any builds that we want to stop. I guess we can push this Explorer out of land 5 so they don't build there. And I think I'm just keeping all the Dahan where they are. Nice, okay, so we get 3 fear and an energy from that, which is quite critical. So we need to reclaim, go for a minor power. We've got Call to Trade, that's going to be quite powerful. We could potentially set that up in land 6. So I'll get that right now. And we just need to get through this whole bunch of fear cards and then kill this city in land 3, and we should be good to go. So Unnerving Pole, that's definitely happening. We need to do something about the Ravage in land 3 as well. It's currently doing too much. So I might have to do Sky Stretchers to Shore just to pull some stuff out with Gold's Allure. And then what else do we want? Maybe just more Twilight Fog, to be honest. Oh, and we have 4 card plays now. That's really good. Okay, let's go all in and do the fog closes in as well. So, unnerving pole, remove invaders from ravage, sky stretches to shore, and we're going to gather this town out of land 3, and we'll strife it while we're here. So, it only takes 1 damage to add blight in a land, that's fine. And we actually get to regain dissolving vapors, so joke is on the game. We have this card back within seconds. Okay, let's add a strife in land 6. Minus health means that town actually just immediately died, and we've got some defense, some more strife add that we don't really need, but you know, we may as well be adding it because all these pieces are moving around, so you never know what land it's going to end up in. So remove. We can remove that one as well just to keep the strife. And I forgot that presence was going to die, so that's a bit of a shame. And we can gather a town, so let's gather no, I think we just want to gather the strife towns as much as we can. Oh, but that one's already in a mountain, so we can't gather out of there. Okay. Now Jungle Sands has explored. So yeah, we've lost the presence in land 3, so it's going to be harder to deal damage with Suffocating Shroud, and the fog closes in now unless we kind of manipulate some across. Yeah, and it's actually this land 3 itself where the city resides, so it's a bit unfortunate. We could just use Suffocating Shroud to literally only kill the city. It's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe we just do that because we need to get rid of it. It's just Wetland is not even active right now, so there was technically no rush on that. What we do need to be wary of is mountain and jungle. So the fog closes in. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. How do we feel about that? And then take them out of the ravage with unnerving pole. Then I guess we can strife an explorer using Twilight Fog. Push a Dahan. Did we kill a Dahan there? Okay, yes we did, because one's already got damage on it, so we need to push the Dahan that's already damaged. Good. Right, and then Lost in the Swirling Haze, we can just do some build prevention. So let's do that in land 1. I don't know why we're allowed to do that. We definitely need to gather presence in there to target it. I think that might be a bug. So anyway, let me gather out of land 5, and then I'm going to push the explorer. You know what, I'm going to let land 1 build because otherwise I have to push it into somewhere that's going to ravage. But I was going to stop it just because it has the most potential of building back a city, which obviously we don't want because we're trying to get to terror level 3. Okay, so if we want some more energy, which I think we do, then we should go for this third growth option and get a minor power without fire. So Dark and Tangled Woods is a bit expensive, but we are looking for a bit of defense this turn. Defend 3 isn't really enough anywhere though, but it could be one of our best options, but we're already going to have to spend so much, right? We're going to reclaim Unnerving Pole. Maybe we should have actually just reclaimed all of our cards because we could have got this 0 cost card back as well. So yeah, I'm going to go with this 0 cost option, as I don't think we'll be able to afford to play anything else. And I'll just add presence into land 6. Okay, so reclaim Unnerving Pole, play this. We can play cycles to heal the blight, and then Flowing Forms and Gift of Power are free to play. So let's heal out of land 2. And you know what? Let's take our presence out of there as well. And then we'll use Flowing Forms Dart by in land 6. No, we'll keep the Sacred Site there. Just the Fear card's more likely to be generous if we do that. And then Unnerving Pole in land 4. Remove invaders from Ravage. Okay. So we have to add a blight to an inland land. Or we can destroy 3 presents. So if I destroy 3 presents in land 6, I think we're only actually going to end up destroying 1, because these 2 will just get pushed. Yeah. And they're not ravaging in lands with Strife, which I think is good overall. We can push something from a land with Strife, so I'll push this town so they don't build too many more in land 5. Push 3 things from an inland land. Okay. I think we just push the Explorer out as well. Then they won't do any building in land 5. Okay, and we can gather some stuff. If we gather into land 2, they won't build in land 1. So we've got a Ravage here, which is okay, and then yeah, the rest of the Ravages are skipped. Gather a town. Where are we gathering now? Okay, yeah. And this town. I'm just trying to move all the Strife towns around. Okay. So I think we've pretty much made it. We just need 4 more fear, which I think we're going to get at least 3 in time passes, if not 4, to be honest. So let's... Oh, this city has sort of reappeared somehow. Yeah, of course it has. We need to take it down. That's really that's going to be a problem. Gold's Allure. Okay. Jungle Sand Ravaging. Let's just get stuff out of land 8. And now, okay, Gift of Power. No. Let's not get a. Actually, we've already used the ability. It's only once that you can get an energy for gaining a non-fire card a turn. So unless you've chosen, you know, the second growth option, you're not going to be getting any more energy off Gift of Power. And now we can push some Explorers or Dahan around. Let's push some stuff into land 2, just because that is where we want to kill something. Okay. Right, we don't have much energy, so what are we going to do? Do we want any of these cards in our discard? We probably do, so let's just reclaim. I will get a major just because, really. we have enough miners, and I was hoping we might get a major that will just finish it off if it's cheap enough. So yeah, the Trees and Stone Speak of War is perfect. So we can just play this and win, but we'll play a couple of other fun cards as well, I think. I don't know. Cycles. Gift of Power, the fog closes in, all that good stuff. Do we have 6 air? No, because we only have 4. Yeah, okay. Right, so where, oh, I didn't actually play, okay, I need to stop messing around. I didn't actually play the Trees and Stones Speak of War, so I think it was actually a misclick. I didn't mean to play Sky Stretch, so yeah, just 2 damage, the city's dead, terror level 3, and we win. Okay, so I think that game was okay. Obviously we got the really nice Blight card. It might have been different if we'd got a different one, though having high Blight cards is generally a good thing into Habsburg anyway. Having a look at the events, Thriving Trade was a bit bad because it made us take an early loss condition. This was meaningless. I think this one, yeah, this one didn't do too much, though it nearly got us into some trouble with the Ravage Step, and then obviously Life's Balance Tilt. I think we just actually had to pay for this event, but it wasn't too meaningful. Ethereal Conjunction was nice. We got a free use of Dissolving Vapors, which we got straight back off Fortune Seekers. So yeah, I mean, that was a fun game. I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.